I keep saying something over and over and over again. Technical skills, technical acquisition to empower you in doing a certain job or a certain profession is okay. But you see, you can read as much as you can about creating wealth, about making money, about the next few steps to doing XYZ. But if you do not take charge of your emotions, if you do not know what to do when your emotions come at you, it's going to sabotage everything that you're doing. It's key. One of the 12 areas that the UN has said is very, very key to you being a success. One of it is your emotional intelligence, your ability to handle your emotions in any given situation. At the office, emotions is key to being able to be productive and, operate at your optimal. And emotions is key in your relationships, in your home, with your children, everybody, and even key to yourself, because a lot of people, their self-talk is something else. You sabotage yourself through your self-talk. Quite frankly, as a human being, we face many negative and positive feelings in our everyday life. Believe that. Most of the worries and negative emotions come from our own desires. It comes from our own desires. Once the fundamental need of a human being, like food, clothes, shelter, is satisfied, any human being can feel positive and happy. Do you understand? They are basic needs of a human being. And once they are met, every human being could feel positive and happy. But in today's modern life, modern world, there are many things which we are trying to satisfy, to achieve, than those fundamental needs. Many. And in a daily race of achieving different things, there are thousands of thoughts loading our brain. Thousands. Some thoughts carry negative feelings and affect our mental state. And that's why you hear so many things happening, people breaking down. There's mental health issues all over the place. People borderline depression. The next foot is going into depression. And depression comes in various ways. Depression shows up, hopelessness, helplessness, you don't sleep well, you sometimes eat a lot, that's binge eating, and sometimes you don't want to get up, you lose hope, you don't feel like doing anything, and especially if it concerns your financial status. The economic terrain is causing a lot of problems for people. It's terrible. But the thing there is that you need to balance your mindset. As I said, eliminating negative feelings by transforming your attitude is key for you to be able to survive right now. And you can, because it's in us to surmount any kind of difficulty, any kind of challenge. I'm telling you, is in you. It depends on your thought processes. It depends on how you perceive whatever it is that comes at you. So how can we eliminate these negative thoughts, these negative feelings, to make our mental state better? How do we do that? I'll give you 3 steps. 3 very key steps, and I'm giving it today. I didn't tell you I was going to come on. I'm giving you today so that you can begin to operate optimally as you progress into middle of July, because we're already here. We're already in July. So the first step to eliminate negative feelings is to learn about their sources. You learn about, are you writing it down? Those who know how I teach, have your pen and paper there. Or, okay, you're using your phone. So number 1 is to eliminate those negative feelings, is to learn about their sources. What is the source and their impact on our daily life? Knowing the source will give you clarity. The source, and knowing its opposite is very key. Because the opposite of whatever is negative is doubt and fear. And doubt and fear is what keeps us bound. And all those thoughts keep coming. Fear of the now, fear of the future, what's going to happen. It happens to me, because I'm human. It happens to me. And as I said before, all kinds of daily things that's outside of the basic human needs keeps coming at us. And then you keep saying to yourself, what's going to happen next? What's going to happen next year? It happens to me, and I have to positively remind myself to operate in the now. I try to locate the source of my fear and my doubt. I try to locate it. And once you locate the source of your fear and doubt, you will be in control. At least you will be nearly there. You understand? So I think you are the only one who can take decisions about yourself. You are the only one who can say to yourself, Lila, I choose to be positive. You are the only one who can decide which feelings are negative and which are positive for you, because you are the only one who experiences it in your daily life. Do you understand? Give me a wave if you understand, or this if you understand. So the first step to eliminate those negative feelings is to learn about their source and their impact on your daily life. Very key, because you are the only one who knows about the experience. As they say, you are the one who wears the shoe. So it is important for you to understand it. The second step is to realize that negative feelings like anger, jealousy, and hatred, which are harmful to us and affect our mental state of mind, is key that you must identify it. Negative feelings like anger, jealousy, and hatred are detrimental to our state of mind. When we experience these negative emotions, we lose control of our mind and are unable to take reasonable decisions. Have you not been through it? When you lose control of your mind through jealousy, through anger, through hatred, you are unable to take rational decisions. It happens, you read it in the newspaper, this person is beating up that person. The other day, a young lawyer boy, wanted his salary from his boss and decided not to leave the office. Now, the boss now decided to teach him a lesson, calls the police from round the corner, and what did they do? They came in and began to beat up the young man. And now it's going to be a case in court. As of that point in time, the boss allowed his emotions. He was frustrated. The young man held him nearly captive. But is that a reason for him to now tell those who are supposed to protect us to beat up somebody else? That is not rational. So when you allow hatred, jealousy, and anger to come into your daily life, it's going to cause you to take unreasonable decisions. So if you feel that there are certain kinds of events which give birth to these negative emotions and you don't want it to happen, then you can eliminate those situations which give rise to that event. Do you understand? You eliminate those situations which give rise to that event. You need to make sure to avoid those situations immediately by your positive attitude so that those events no longer arise. I always say, give the opposite of the negative thoughts and feelings. Now, some people have asked me, what if you cannot leave that position? Hello, Bees Fabrics. I see you all over. I follow you. So well done. So some people have asked me, okay, to be able to leave, to stop the negative feelings, you can change your state. But what if it is somebody that is close to you and you cannot leave the atmosphere of that person? I come back to what I am saying. If you cannot do anything about that situation that is causing your negative thoughts, bringing anger, bringing jealousy and hatred, which are very powerful feelings, then you need to look inwards. As I said the first time, I said the first step to eliminate those negative feelings is to learn about their sources and their impact on your daily life. Now, what is the source of that anger? What is the source? There is always a root cause. What is the source of that jealousy? What is the source of you having such a powerful feeling as hatred? Because hatred is a powerful word. What is the source? Now, if you can learn that source, what the source is, you see, as I said before, you are the only one who is experiencing it, and to yourself be true. You must always come back to you. If you do not like what is happening to you, if you do not like the way you feel, then you must tell yourself the truth, and it must come back to you. I use it all the time. Those who know my teachings, I always say I have been a gradual process. My madams, my daughters say to me that I have changed from what I used to be, because I used to, be a quite hot temper. I didn't suffer fools gladly. I was not tolerant of people who did not move as fast as I could, until I learned. I learned, and I used all these things that I talk about. I've used them myself. I tell those that I train on emotional intelligence that I am my own first client, my own first coachee, my own first counselee. So everything that I talk about, I have been through it, and it has worked, and it can work for you. I do it all the time. So the second step is to realize that negative feelings are harmful to you and affect your mental state of mind. A lot of the mental issues that we hear about is because people have not gotten a grasp of certain emotions that they probably thought was not important, or they justified, or they found a reason for. And you see, unresolved emotions, negative feelings, if you do not catch it on time, grows and grows and grows, and then just explodes. Do you understand me? So if you feel that you cannot move out of whatever situation is causing you to have these negative feelings, then it means you have to change. You have to be the change that you want. You have to be the change that you're asking for. It's like all of us in Nigeria, we keep pointing fingers at our leaders, at people other than ourselves. Have you not seen how people break the law all over the place? I'm sure some of you do. You break the law. There are many ways you break the law. Even bribing somebody to allow you to get things done is breaking the law. You understand? So most times, we need to be the change that we want to happen. Transformation starts with us transforming ourselves. Wura, how are you, Sade? Arena, how is everything? This is a quick one. So you need to avoid those situations immediately by changing your positive attitude so that those events no longer arise. Or not only change your positive attitude, you need to change yourself. You need to ask yourself those questions. The third step is to understand the benefits of positive emotions and attitude. Once you learn and analyze them from your daily life, you just need to seek and repeat the causes which give birth to these positive emotions. When you have tried and you have seen how positive it is, once you've done something, first and foremost, and you see how it affects you, you analyze it, how it addresses your daily life, why won't you repeat it? It doesn't matter if you feel somebody is taking advantage of you. You need to love yourself. You need to want yourself to be in good health and well-being. And if you find that you are happier by, just avoiding certain things, by thinking positive things, by not letting negative emotions come at you, why don't you do it? Do you understand? Somebody, how are you? Why don't you do it? If you desire happiness, then do these activities and accumulate the causes which will trigger your positive emotions. You understand? If somebody is arguing with you all the time and you cannot live that person's vicinity. Like I told one young lady in her marriage, she said that the husband always wanted to, have the last say, and he's always thinking he should be right, and he's not always right, and they argue, and she's not feeling happy because they argue, and this and that. So I said, what did you just say? You don't feel happy because you argue. Femi, how are you? Mbabs, how are you? You don't feel happy because you argue all the time. Okay, we have sorted that out. You don't feel happy. What can you do to feel happy? She said, well, by not allowing what he's saying, by what I have taught them to get to her. I said, fine. I said, you see, during the point of time when you are feeling negative and you want to be happy, ask yourself some salient question. What would it cost you to keep quiet when he's raving and ranting? Can two crazy people have a word can be in the same situation? The problem with arguments sometimes is one person does not want to give up. One person wants to exert their authority, their control. And it happens mostly in relationships. You just have to ask yourself, if I don't answer, what will it cost me? If I answer, what will it cost me? When you love yourself. Hello, Amaka. Oh, it's you, Amaka. Nice to see you. Aramide, how are you? Panache. Hey, how is everything? You see, once you analyze yourself and you say to yourself, I love myself, I believe in myself, you will not want all those negative thoughts to come at you. Because when negative thoughts come at you, it's not going to make you happy. So if you desire happiness, as I told her, I said, do it for at least 7 days and come back to me. When he's talking, there's no need for you to answer almost immediately. Find another way, another time to respond, because this is your husband. You are his wife, he's your husband. There are no two ways about it. You are not sparring partners. You are not in a boxing ring. One person comes, the other person comes, and one person has to win, and then they go to their separate homes. No, you are in the same arena 24/7. So why do you want to turn it into a boxing ring all the time, or verbal or emotional ring? If I knew what I knew now, donkey years ago, probably, I don't know, certain things that happen may not have taken the course that it did. But that is why I am passionate about emotions, about mindsets. I'm passionate about letting people know that the root cause of your reactions actually is within you, whether right or wrong. And you have the power to change it, either positive or negative. Do you understand me? That is why I tell people, come for my emotional intelligence class. They do, some do, some don't. And then they come behind and they keep asking me questions. Take opportunities. As opportunities come, take it so that you can be a better person for yourself first and foremost. Because if you cannot give yourself happiness, you cannot give anybody else happiness. And nobody can give you happiness but yourself. You need to make yourself happy. And every day is a learning process for you. So as I said, if you desire happiness, then do those things and accumulate the causes, the reasons why you need to be positive. If you maintain human values like helping others, sharing, and kindness, being kind to people with your positive emotions, then you will feel more connected to people around you, and it will increase openness towards others. And practicing it on a daily basis will reduce the impact of negative feelings on your mental state. Do you understand me? So 3 things I've told you to transform, to eliminate negative feelings. You need to transform your attitude. First, learn about their sources and their impact on your daily life. If you don't like it, you do something about it. Now, the second step is to realize that negative feelings are harmful to you. So you need to do something about it. You either move from that situation, or you begin to analyze yourself and find out what the root cause of that anger, impatience, jealousy is. The third reason is to understand the benefits of positive emotions on you. The benefit is you are healthy, you are wholesome, you just radiate positive energy. If you can do these three things, I tell you, it's not easy, but I tell you, it is a step to positivity in your life. And you know what? Once you have positive energy, you attract wealth, you attract abundance, you attract phenomenal abundance. All that running here, there, and everywhere is most times, the cause is non-clarity and confusion based on a cacophony of negative emotions that is holding you bound, is sabotaging you. You cannot think straight, you cannot think clearly, your head is cluttered, you keep turning left, right, and center, and until you resolve it, you cannot get an answer. Now let me see, somebody said, please ma, I'd like to know, how often do you do this? Oops, really, I feel so depressed, and hearing you speak, I feel a sign of relief. Wow, because of you, I came on. I was tired today, but I said to myself, I need to talk. I've been wanting to talk about this for the past 2 weeks. I left it until my emotional intelligence class last Sunday, which, in fact, every time I do those classes, people come back with so many, what do you call it now? Testimonies. Yes, let's say testimonies. And every time I hear those testimonies, it makes me happy. So somebody, I'm here. I always give this. I used to give it every Wednesday evening, but I think evenings are a little bit late, isn't it? I'm going to put out a survey. I'm going to write, what times would you like me to give my personal transformation talks for wealth and abundance? And then you'll tell me, should we do it early evening? Should we do it mid-afternoon? And should it be during the week? And as somebody said, I feel a sign of relief. I'm so glad, truly. So many people are fighting different battles. Yes, that is why I'm here. That is why I'm drumming it. Emotions, your emotions are important. Your emotion is key to that money that you are looking for, is key to that wealth that you are looking for. You cannot run away from your emotions. You cannot even run from one relationship to another. It will meet you there. You cannot run from one job to another. If your emotions are, it will meet you there. And you see, if you are confused, your emotions are confusing you totally and absolutely. So, Aramide, you're hearing me speak for the first time. Ooh, I'm glad. So tell me when you would like me to give my next talk. I do it Wednesdays and sometimes Sundays, but I just want once a week where we can talk, and then the rest of the weeks you can ask me questions. I will answer you through my email, and then, like that, because my passion is to make sure you are fulfilled. You move from dysfunctional to functional and optimal. That money you are looking for, you will touch it. It's still a long time to the end of the year. Tell yourself the truth. 3 things I have said this evening, put it into operation. Now, many people have been asking me about the next transformational vision board workshop. Vision board workshop is phenomenal. People are giving testimonies as well, where you put your goals, your dreams. You are forced to dream, and you put it on paper, and you can look at it all the time. The last vision board, one lady, by the time she started, she was putting her dreams around other people. She was putting it, and as she was putting it, there was no space for herself. I had to sit down there and tell her, take a deep breath. Now think of yourself. Who are you? You are losing yourself in your marriage and in your children. Don't wait until much later and then you look back and you say, I wasted my life. As somebody called me 2 weeks ago and I had to begin to work on the person, that you didn't waste your life. You have experiences that you now have the right to turn into something positive. Do you understand? The next vision board workshop is on the 18th of August. I deliberately put it on the 18th so that we are in the mid-year July. If you key in and pay on time, I can begin to work with you before the middle of August. Do you understand me? Before the middle of August. And if you would like to get more information, just go on my page at Lila SMD and you'll get all the information that you need to be part of that vision board on the 18th of August, Saturday. I think it's the 18th. Yeah, I think so. I've begun to put it out. And let me tell you one thing. I can only take a certain number. Those who have been part of the last two will tell you why. You need space to create your vision. You need space to articulate your vision without anybody coming at you. And I tell you, if you come and experience that training, you will not be the same again. You will be positively positive. And I don't leave you alone. I follow you up. I follow you up. So come and join the vision board training. Go onto my page. Tell other people. Let us be the best that we can be. You can only help yourself. Nobody else can. And invest in yourself. Take that money for ashwebi, shawarma, tasty fried and all of that. Invest in yourself, because when you invest in yourself, you will enjoy the fruits of your labor, because it is not another person that holds your destiny. You hold your destiny, because God has released all the abundance to you. God has released it. And another thing that I'm going to have is a healing class. That will be free. Is a healing class. Again, few people. I will tell you the place after you register at connectwithlila@gmail.com. So there we go. I said, I'm just going to give you these pointers. You are the captain of your ship. Steer it well. You are in control of your emotions. If you find that you cannot control your emotions, you need help. You need assistance. Get in touch. But listen, never let your emotions get the best of you or the better of you. Never think that taking your life is better than whatever you consider suffering. Because you see, when you take your life, it's permanent. But when you manage to get the tools to pass through whatever challenges you may be going through, you will look back and you'll say, thank God. Because you see, you haven't even started to live. Challenges will bring out the best in you. It may seem as if there is no way, but it is because you are the one looking at just one way. Just one way. And there are many ways. There are many ways that goes into the market. Sometimes it's when you use the yardstick of another person, another situation, that it causes you anxiety, it causes you pain, it causes you, as I said earlier on, envy, jealousy, regret, all kinds of things. No, we are emotional beings, but we can control it. You may not have the kind of life you want, but you are alive and you can touch lives. Do you understand me? I don't have what I thought I needed when I thought. I did not know that God was positioning me for something bigger. Bigger. I'm a people's person. I am there for people. I'm there to impact on people. Maybe if certain other things had happened, I wouldn't have fulfilled this mandate. And you know what? I'm only just beginning. And let me tell you, it doesn't mean I don't have my downsides, though. But because I have equipped myself by the grace of God, I know how to take myself out of it when it comes. Because yes, you will feel down. You will feel down, especially when things are not going the way you want it to go. But you can get yourself out. Because why? Once you are alive, you have a chance of another day. And one important thing that we ignore is the act of gratitude and thanksgiving. I tell you, we don't do that enough. We don't do that enough. Gratitude and thanksgiving. We don't do that enough. And we need to do that. We need to be grateful more than complaining. Be grateful more than complaining. And live till tomorrow. What should be? Plan, but don't let it choke you. I too, I have those feelings sometimes, and I get myself out. And I've got my first daughter into such a path too, that when I start making some certain, comments, she comes at me, because even the physician also needs to be encouraged. That's why when people say to me, oh, what you said has empowered me, has made me feel this and that, oh, it's like they've given me $1 million. At the souk, somebody came up to me and just, hugged me. And after hugging me, I wanted to ask that, remind me, I'm so sorry, I can't remember. He says, I follow you and you are doing marvelous things in my life. And I meet that everywhere. The other day it was at a wakekeeping, everywhere. Let me tell you one thing, it's like $1 million to me, and I'm fulfilling my destiny. I don't have all the monies. When you hear all the monies that are being bandied all over his place, but you see, I am satisfied. I have my moments, but I know God is in control, and God will never allow his own to be shamed. So you take that in hand. Until you tell me what time you would like me to speak on Wednesday, I'll say, you are the captain of your ship, you are in control, you are in charge. Don't let your emotions rule you. Don't let somebody else's decision rule you. Don't look at another person's situation to make your own situation, because you know what? You are unique. There is no other person like you. Stay positive, believe in you, and be all that you are meant to be. Good night then.